Some people enter a room and notice what everyone else is trying not to see. They hear the hesitation behind a confident voice. They notice when affection suddenly becomes conditional. They recognize the pattern before anyone admits that a pattern exists. From the outside, this ability looks like intelligence. From the inside, it can feel like never being able to relax. Because once your mind connects the dots, you cannot force yourself to see them as random again. That is why certain perceptive people slowly begin pulling away from conversations, relationships, and crowded rooms. But one disturbing question remains. What are people with strong pattern recognition truly escaping when they isolate themselves? The complete answer appears near the end. First, you need to understand what their mind experiences every day. Imagine sitting at dinner while everyone laughs politely. One person keeps making jokes at another person's expense. Nobody challenges it because the evening would become uncomfortable. But you notice the target growing quieter after every laugh. You also notice who changes the subject whenever the cruelty becomes obvious. To everyone else, it was just dinner. To you, it was an entire social system revealing itself. That is the gift and the burden of pattern recognition. The mind does not merely collect moments. It compares them. It remembers yesterday's contradiction. It connects today's excuse to last month's behavior. It notices when words and actions stop matching. But that is only the surface. The deeper problem begins when other people deny what seems painfully obvious. Consider a marriage where one partner repeatedly changes the facts during arguments. The details shift whenever responsibility gets too close. Apologies arrive only when consequences appear. Promises sound sincere until the pressure disappears. A highly observant person eventually stops judging each incident separately. They begin seeing the repeating structure beneath every incident. Once that structure becomes clear, the relationship feels different. The argument is no longer about one forgotten promise. It is about a system built to avoid accountability. This is where isolation often begins. The person may become quieter because speaking has become exhausting. They may spend more time alone because solitude contains fewer contradictions. Other people may call them distant. They may even call them arrogant. Yet nobody sees the mental work happening beneath their silence. There is another reason most people never notice. Strong pattern recognition often creates anticipatory stress. That means the mind starts preparing for a familiar outcome before it happens. An employee hears the manager say that everyone must be a team player. They remember that this phrase always appears before unpaid extra work. A family member says they only want what is best. They remember that those words usually come before guilt. A friend sends an unusually affectionate message. They remember that affection often increases right before a favor is requested. The present moment becomes crowded with memories of similar moments. This can make ordinary interaction feel emotionally expensive. The person is not only experiencing what is happening now, they are also calculating what usually happens next. But something even more uncomfortable occurs when their predictions keep becoming accurate. Every correct prediction strengthens the brain's trust in the pattern. That trust can become protective. It can also become isolating. Imagine warning a close friend about someone who repeatedly lies. Your friend accuses you of being negative. Months later, the betrayal happens exactly as you expected. You do not feel victorious. You feel tired. Being right does not erase the loneliness of being dismissed. Sometimes it makes the loneliness worse. You begin wondering whether honesty is worth the conflict it creates. You start keeping observations to yourself. That silence slowly becomes a private world. Later, you will understand why that private world can feel safer than belonging. People with high pattern recognition are often sensitive to social performance. They notice how personalities change around status. They see kindness disappear when no reward is available. They hear people praise someone publicly and criticize them privately. They watch groups protect harmony by sacrificing truth. Most people adapt by ignoring these inconsistencies. The perceptive person may struggle to do that. Ignoring the pattern feels like betraying their own awareness. Pointing it out makes them look difficult. This creates a painful choice between authenticity and acceptance. Many eventually choose distance, but distance has its own cost. At first, solitude feels peaceful. There are no mixed signals to decode. There are no hidden motives to calculate. There is no pressure to pretend that obvious tension does not exist. The nervous system finally becomes quiet. Then the quiet can become addictive. A canceled plan brings relief instead of disappointment. An unanswered message feels easier than another shallow conversation. The person begins protecting solitude with the same intensity others protect relationships. This is where a healthy retreat can slowly become emotional withdrawal. Pattern recognition is powerful, but it is not perfect. The human brain searches for familiar shapes even when the evidence is incomplete. Past betrayal can make neutral behavior resemble danger. One dishonest partner can make hesitation feel suspicious forever. One controlling parent can make concern sound like manipulation. One humiliating workplace can make every mind that accurately detected old patterns may start predicting them everywhere. This does not mean the person is imagining everything. It means protection can become overgeneralization. A smoke alarm that once saved your life can still become too sensitive. Now the psychology becomes deeply personal. Many perceptive people do not isolate because they hate humanity. They isolate because constant interpretation has exhausted their nervous system. They are tired of noticing what others excuse. They are tired of anticipating disappointment. They are tired of explaining patterns to people who only want to discuss isolated events. They are tired of being called suspicious before eventually being proven correct. Yet exhaustion is not the final answer. The deepest reason lies beneath the fatigue. People with strong pattern recognition often lose the ability to participate innocently. They cannot fully enjoy the joke after recognizing the cruelty beneath it. They cannot accept the apology after noticing its strategic timing. They cannot admire the charming person after seeing how they treat powerless people. Awareness removes the comforting version of reality that helps groups stay connected. That loss creates a strange kind of grief. You are not only losing trust in certain people, you are losing the world you believed those people lived in. This is why they often crave one rare experience. They want to be around someone whose behavior does not require constant interpretation. They want words that match actions. They want kindness that remains present without an audience. They want disagreement without punishment. They want closeness without confusion. When they find that consistency, their isolation often softens. Their nervous system stops scanning for the hidden turn. Their personality becomes warmer. Their humor returns. Their silence becomes conversation again. This reveals the answer to the question from the beginning. What are highly perceptive people truly escaping when they isolate? They are not simply escaping people. They are escaping the mental strain of living around patterns that others deny. They are escaping the pressure to distrust their own perception. They are escaping environments where belonging requires pretending not to notice. The isolation is often an attempt to protect inner coherence. It allows the outside world and the inside truth to stop fighting for a moment. But lasting peace cannot come from avoidance alone. The healthier path is learning to separate recognition from prediction. A pattern is evidence worth considering. It is not always a verdict. Wisdom means noticing repetition without forcing every new person into an old story. It means choosing consistent people instead of abandoning connection entirely. It means trusting discomfort while still checking the facts. It means building boundaries before resentment turns into disappearance. The goal is not to become less perceptive. The goal is to become more selective about where that perception is spent. If this helped you understand why awareness can sometimes feel lonely, subscribe, because this channel explores the hidden patterns shaping your mind and relationships. Perhaps you were never too distant for human connection. Perhaps you were simply exhausted by connections that demanded constant decoding. The right people will not make you regret seeing clearly. They will make clarity feel safe enough to stay.